Our next speaker had a 20-year Navy career. He was a Vietnam veteran. Thank you for serving. And had a 26-year aerospace career as a data analyst, trainer, and logistics engineer. I'm doing the math, and he's at least 60. 19 years as a Toastmaster and still having fun. All right. Goes back to Lance's speech about having fun. He just completed a term of officer as president for Valley Toastmasters, the club that rocks. This year, Valley was President's Distinguished for the 15th consecutive year. Goal! Speaking on Occam's Razor and the DCP, please help me welcome Distinguished Toastmaster, John Reece. John.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I want to talk about Occam's Razor. That's a philosophical axiom that says the simplest explanation for a phenomenon is usually the correct one. Attributed to William of Occam and written in the early 14th century. President's distinguished status for a club is a phenomenon, and it has a simple cause. Set goals, make a plan, and execute to the plan. Fellow Toastmasters, last year I had the honor to be chosen to lead Valley Toastmasters, the club that rocks. For the 14th consecutive year, they had just achieved President's Distinguished status. I had no intention of allowing that string to be broken on my watch. So my story begins with the goal part. I did not simply make the goal President's Distinguished status. I broke it down into 3 pieces. Achieve all 10 DCP goals. Make Valley Toastmasters the most well-known club in the district. And make Valley set the standard for recognition of individual member accomplishments. Fortunately, I didn't need to make fun and friendly a specific goal because that's been a hallmark of the club ever since I joined it 7 years ago. Then I made the plan with my executive committee. And the first piece of the plan was to ensure that all 7 of our officers were trained. 4 officers trained is a standard, but I wanted my whole team entirely on board. I've never attended a Toastmasters officer training where I did not learn something valuable, and I've never facilitated such a training where I did not garner even more. Next was a focus on membership building. I knew, based on monitoring the attendance at Zoom meetings, that we were likely to have a membership shortfall when the September 2020 dues cycle came around. But just getting back to charter strength was going to be one of the keys to our success. Additionally, having a full roster provides 2 things. 1, you have a sufficiently large group of individuals working on their own self-improvement goals. The DCP educational goals are almost a slam dunk. And 2, the larger pool of leadership talent supports a robust executive committee. My public relations and membership vice presidents, Peter Banzan and Roger Bowman, took joint responsibility for the membership building, supported by a committee consisting of, what do you think? The entire club. That's the membership committee. My Vice President of Education, Melissa Staskell, took primary responsibility for individual achievement recognition, and she went above and beyond doing that the entire year. And my Vice President of Public Relations, Peter, took primary responsibility for making our club well known. And then there was the execution of the plan. Obviously, we were successful overall, attaining President's Distinguished status for the 15th consecutive year. But in terms of the pieces of the overall goal, we slightly missed the mark on the all 10 DCP goals. We missed goal number 8. We didn't quite get 4 more new members. However, by setting the bar higher than was absolutely needed for President's Distinguished, gave us the wiggle room to achieve the overall PD result. As for club recognition and individual achievement recognition, I kind of did a poor job stating those goals at the beginning because they aren't really measurable. That didn't stop Peter or Melissa one bit. I cannot say for certain we're the best at those two things, but I think we're darn good. By the way, I think you all know Melissa. She's your club growth director this year. In fact, this was the best executive committee I ever had the honor to serve with, and I've served with some outstanding groups in my 19 years as a Toastmaster. Personally, the execution of the plan was nearly effortless, given that I had a phenomenal team that supported me. All I did was wave the baton and act like a cheerleader the whole year. So there you have it. You don't have to open a safe that is locked in a vault, that is buried in a volcano to find the formula for success achieving a President's Distinguished Club recognition. Set the bar high enough so that if you won't quite make it, you still make it. Make a comprehensive and specific plan and do what you said you were going to do and lead your team to do the same. Do this and you can't miss. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, John. I love the idea. Set the bar high. If you fall a little short, as your club did, of 10 goals, well, 9, you're still President's Distinguished. And also, so important getting all 7 club officers trained, having a comprehensive plan and working the plan. Thank you, John, for sharing.